This is Drive Time Live with Mark Hahn on AM 1360, FM 94.9 KSCJ. Here's Mark Hahn.
Before I move on to my next guests, I have Tom Schoening and Marianne Redding from the Sioux City Art Center. Tom is with the Sioux City Camera Club. Say hello to Tom and Marianne. How are you both today?
Well, we're doing quite well down here at the Art Center.
And I got your email. You're socially distancing. That's a good thing.
Yes, we are.
All right. Hey, Marianne, we're trying to find out. I sent Tom an email just a few minutes ago, and obviously you guys were getting ready to come on the air with me for Drive Time Live. What is your position there at the Sioux City Art Center?
I'm the curator.
Okay, that's what I thought maybe, but I didn't want to just, assume that was the case. Because you know what happens when you assume, so we don't want to do that.
That's right.
I've had Tom on with me many times before with the Sioux City Camera Club, and Tom, we're going to get to some of the particulars of the Sioux City Camera Club in just a little bit. But you have a special exhibit that you're going to team up with Marianne Redding at the Sioux City Art Center about. Is this the first time you've done this at the Art Center?
No, the Art Center and the Camera Club have a long history of exhibits, and often the Art Center will select the theme, and every year the Camera Club members try to capture images that reflect the theme of the Art Center's annual photography exhibit by the Camera Club. And Marianne, as the new curator, she selected the theme, and she chose among the photographs submitted by the Camera Club members, and I'll let her tell you all about that.
All right. The theme, we'll talk about the theme, and then we'll talk about how you got to select these photographs. I'm sure that'd have to be a hard decision, Marianne.
Oh, it is a hard decision. And it's interesting because the Art Center and the Camera Club have had a relationship since 1938 when the Art Center was first started here in Sioux City.
That's a long history.
It is.
Yeah. So the name of the exhibit is Solitude. And as Tom had written in an email to me when we first were setting up this interview, he said it's quite an appropriate year for that, especially with the social distancing and the quarantines and, staying at home if, you are associated with somebody who may have been affected. So it's a very appropriate title for 2020.
Yes, and that's why I chose the theme of solitude, just because I think it's appropriate, as you said, and so many people are experiencing maybe a different kind of solitude than they've experienced before, and I thought it would be very interesting if the photographers reflected on that, and then our visitors to the Art Center would also reflect on the images that they saw that the photographers presented, and so keeping that idea that solitude is not necessarily a bad thing.
Now, Tom, you have a slideshow, a 6-minute video that's available on YouTube if people want to check that out. Is that basically what you're going to be exhibiting at the Art Center?
Oh, yes, the exhibit has been on stage here on the walls for about a month now, and we're just trying to get the word out. There's not that many people are coming down to the Art Center, so that I thought, well, I made a video of it, starring Marianne, of course, who does the introduction, and it shows each of the 20 or 30 photographs that are on the walls. You can view them on my YouTube video.
Now, how many different members do you have in the Sioux City Camera Club, Tom?
We have about 40 members right now.
You have 40 members, and they range in age from?
Well, we got a lot of old-timers, a lot of retired people, and we have a few younger people, like a college professor and an architect, who are in their 30s.
That's great stuff, and you've been involved with that for a long time. So, Marianne, tell me how you picked some of these. There's about 27 of them, if I heard you right?
There are about 20 images.
Okay.
And what happens is the Camera Club members each submit up to 3 images, and then I select the image from each of those photographers that I think best represents the theme. This year's theme was solitude.
Yeah. And the pictures, as we said, was probably a hard decision because you got a lot of very talented people there at the Sioux City Camera Club on it. So, Solitude is the theme. And you have 20 different pictures that you selected. Now, how did you select those pictures? Of course, fitting in the theme of solitude, right, Marianne?
Mm-hmm. So each photographer submits the 3 images. They send them to the Art Center. And then I look at each of their images that are submitted, and like I said, I choose the image that I think best represents the theme. And I've been working with photography for a long time, so yes, it was a difficult decision to choose the best one, but it's also an exciting opportunity since I've just moved to Sioux City to be introduced to a lot of the members of the Camera Club.
So did Tom have a few in there himself? Is it evenly split among most of the members of the Camera Club as far as the 20 pictures that you selected, Marianne?
Tom has an image in there, and everybody who submitted work has an image in there. So Tom has a beautiful photograph of a woman reading a book overlooking a beautiful landscape.
And some of the other pictures kind of give us an idea. I mean, you don't want to give away the farm on this, but some of the other pictures that really stood out to you, Marianne.
Well, we want people to come and see the pictures. But some of the images that I thought were really interesting is there's a beautiful image of a tent out in the night sky, and the Milky Way is the overarching image. So you get this grand view of the night sky and a small tent lit up from inside where somebody is in there. And the idea of the universe and our place in the universe, I thought it was just a really beautiful illustration, if you will, of what solitude can mean, being away from the cities, away from the bright lights of the city, out in nature and being able to meditate and contemplate the night sky.
Yeah, well, you took it.
Striking image.
You just took it right from my own heart, Marianne. I love that kind of a setting. That sounds like a great picture. And again, how long is the exhibit going to be there, Marianne?
It will be up till the middle of
January 24th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, till the 24th of January, so they have plenty of time. And, of course, the restrictions for the Sioux City Art Center, they must wear a mask and social distance when they come there and take a look at this exhip, correct?
Yes.
But even if they don't want to come down here, they can see the video that has all the photographs on there. The video is on the Camera Club Facebook page and on the Art Center Facebook page, so you can get an advanced look before you come down.
Well, you could do that, but boy, that would steal all. That's like opening up your Christmas presents in July. You don't want to do that. I think.
No, we want people to come to the Art Center, and because we're a city building, masks are required. We ask everyone to social distance, and people are following those guidelines. And Art Centers move the air very nicely through our HVAC system. So if you come and follow the guidelines, it's a very safe place to be.
Absolutely, and that's all we're looking for. And, of course, the theme is perfect for this time of year. Solitude is the theme. 20 pictures that are on exhibit from the Sioux City Camera Club down at the Sioux City Art Center. Marianne Renning, the curator of the Sioux City Art Center. Tom Schoening, president of the Camera. You are president, right? You're still president of the Camera Club?
Still president, and I wanted to talk about on the third floor, since the Camera Club's on the second floor.
All right.
The third floor has all those beautiful magnetic west photographs.
And we won't forget that, too. I'm running out of time here, Tom. I hate to cut you off short, but thank you very much, both of you, for being here. Check that out at the Art Center. It's Solitude. Let's take a break. We'll be back.